So thank you, everybody. We're going to start our program, and we're going to have a few words with Dr. Alyson Tintiangco Cubales. She's going to show us very quickly. We tried to do this last night at RFK High School. We're going to do it again since they were able to talk about it, but now we're able to kind of show a little bit of the teacher's guide that goes along with the book. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Gail. I want to acknowledge Gail. I think in all the times that she's acknowledged Dawn, I think it's also important to acknowledge the work that Gail Ramosanta has put into this book, into the publishing company, and your whole family, all the hard work and honestly sacrifice to make this all happen. And it was not Dawn alone, although Dawn did a lot of the research and a lot of the writing. Gail did too. And so I just want to acknowledge you, Gail, for that, before we move on to talk about all these amazing things. So I'm going to go very quick because this is accessible to you online. We just debuted, literally, the curriculum yesterday afternoon. So it is now live, and it is a free resource that you can bring to your schools, bring to your teachers, your districts, whatever you need to do with it. And it also is a model curriculum, so you can actually apply this curriculum to other texts. So we wanted to make sure that we put it out there as a resource. It's over 100 pages of curriculum, along with some other resources. So I want to make sure that you know that you can get this for free. All you have to go to the Bridge and Delta website. There will be a link there. There will also be a couple of links at the Little Manila website, or you can go to what we call the pepsf.org website. Or you can go to my Facebook and just click from there. Actually, this morning I was a little surprised because there was over 500 people who already looked at it. So I just want to put it out there that it is already being looked at, being used, being thought about across the nation, and shared many, many times. So Journey for Justice curriculum, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because right now we want to have some fun, want to eat, want to hear some music and some poetry. And so I'm just going to actually show it to you because it's actually really pretty. So this curriculum is dedicated to Dr. Dawn Delano Mabalon. And she was probably one of the most amazing teachers that I've ever met. And I have sat in her class, I have co-taught with her. I have funny stories about that, I won't go there right now. But she is an amazing teacher. And she can captivate you. And so what we would like to do with this curriculum is really present that honor. And so that's what this curriculum is about. It's about storytelling. So we have a curriculum team of some amazing people that I have been privileged to once call my students, who are now my colleagues. And we have an elementary school teacher, which is Daisy Lopez. We have a middle school teacher, which is Eileen Paktikan. And then a high school teacher that teaches at Dawn's former high school, Aldrich Sabak. So we have Union City, Fremont, and Stockton represented in this. The curriculum, the cover looks like that. And then there are 8 total lessons with multiple days in each lesson. And it takes about 2 weeks to teach the whole thing if you teach about 60 to 90 minutes of it a day. You can extend it if you'd like, or you could just teach one of the lessons. So there are 3 introductory lessons, and the very first lesson in the curriculum was written by me and Dawn in 2005. And the very, very first piece of this curriculum is saying to the world, the farm workers were dignified and determined, not poor farm workers. Because I think that sometimes we shape them into having all of this notion of poverty. It is not a culture of poverty. They were dignified and determined, and we are sitting in this room today because of them. And so that very first lesson is really right to the point. And then we go into Larry Itliong and the book, and we introduce the reading of the book and maybe some ways to teach it. And there was a beautiful reading yesterday with the young people, and that's how you want to be doing it, alive. You want to bring the book alive. And then our third introduces the rest of the series, which is based on this thing that we call the Ethnic Studies Praxis Story Plot. It is taking the traditional story plot to a whole nother level. And so we wanted to make sure that you know that this is beyond Common Core, which means that it takes Common Core to a whole nother level. So those of you who are understanding that whole system, it is beyond that. So it creates this very, very critical way to understand text. So we have, and I'm not going to go through each of the lessons, but this is the story plot. I mean, it literally looks like this when you click onto the curriculum, and you can peruse it. You can actually teach one of these without teaching the others. But we wanted to know that we want you to know there's a series, and that it is best practice to teach all of it. Okay. I'm not going to go into the format. That's something that if you want us to go to your school district and actually give you a presentation, we can definitely do that and teach you how to use the curriculum. It is very self-explanatory, but there are some ways in which we like to teach it, and we like to push certain types of pedagogy that are more engaging for students. So although you can just read the curriculum, we can also come and help train the teachers as well. Okay? I think I'll leave it at that so that you can have a fun afternoon, and then later on, I'm excited that we get to hear some music, eat some food, and listen to some poetry. And so let's have some fun today. Thank you. So I wanted to thank some of our partners for this whole 3-day event. I want to thank, of course, Bridge and Delta Publishing. We had to actually create it to put this book out. We figured, well, if no one had published this book before, I guess we got to do it on our own. So we did, and my family and I started Bridge and Delta Publishing. Along with this tiny URL, you can find by tomorrow the teacher's guide on bridgedelta.com. So thank you to PEP, Pinoy Pinay Educational Partnerships, who started ethnic studies at San Francisco Unified School District. Director and founder was and is Dr. Alyson Tintiangco. We have Papa Lowdown Agency. She wasn't here, but she was our PR queen. Her and her team out from San Francisco to Los Angeles were working really hard for us. Also, the Delano Joint Union High School District, thank you so much. And also, FONS, Filipino American National Historical Society, we are working deeply with them to get us everywhere, to all the chapters, all cities, at all major universities. Our next stop is in Seattle. We're going to New York University. We're going to go to University of Illinois Champaign. University of Michigan's teaching. UCLA is teaching this book. So we've got several already major universities that we will be visiting and already have the book and teaching this spring. Filipino community, Delano, California, and of course, Little Manila, Stockton, California, Little Manila Rising, the organization, the California Endowment. I want to say thank you. I'm not sure if there's any representatives here from TCE, but they have made it possible so that we can give out for free these t-shirts. Schools, not prison, so please take a t-shirt. And also they made it possible for us to be able to pass out these beautiful flyers. There's Larry Itliong, Dolores Huerta, Cesar Chavez. Take a look at Sons and Brothers. I am a follower. If you don't know who they are, check them out on Facebook and Instagram. I love reading what they have to post every day. So take a look at that. Also, Delano Union School District. And we have 2 trustees here from Joint Union High School District and from Delano Union District. Say hi, Arnie and Suzanne. And also for California Endowment, I want to say Filipino American National Historical Society, Delano was so welcoming. When Dawn and I thought about coming here and doing the book, we were already speaking, and she was already speaking with FONS Delano, and we've been working with them since. Thank you for being so welcoming. A little story. This was all going to be out of pocket. 3 days. All of our speakers, all of our musicians, all of our musicians from last night, our poets, everything that came together, the tour, everything was going to be out of pocket. And even we were kind of scratching our heads like, how are we going to feed everybody? And thank you, Jesse, for the lechon for last night, and the Mabalon family. Dawn said that Delano
so I want to thank you for for planning and doing that. At the in the last month, California Endowment came and they said, "Wow, you guys are working really hard. We're going to help you out." So thank you to the TCE for helping us feed everybody, bring these T-shirts, and also give for free Journey for Justice. We have 50 books. If you want to grab a free one per family, you can get them here. So thank you.